Seagate manufactures hard disk drives. We're leaders in storage. The facility here is very much involved in a component that's required in that hard disk drive, and it's called a read-write head. So we make wafers that have those read-write heads on them. The site is both a manufacturing site and a development site.
To get an understanding of the size of the heads that we make nanomaterials. We build layers anywhere from 2 atoms thick all the way up to 1 micron thick. To manufacture the recording head, we put anywhere from 50 to 105 layers down and stack them together. There are roughly 100,000 individual transducers on a single Altic wafer. The wafer is shipped overseas where they will extract the bar, and from the bar we will then polish the bar down to the final dimensions. We'll then cut out the individual sliders. The sliders will then be attached to a TGA, formed into a head stack assembly, and then merged back with the media and the other components of the hard drive to make a rotational hard drive.
We truly have a wonderful facility with state-of-the-art equipment and a really top-class workforce. They're dedicated and they also are so innovative. They come up with some solutions to some of the most complex problems that you'll ever find.
Mechanical engineering.
Chemical engineering.
In electrical engineering.
Cognitive science with focus on artificial intelligence.
Physical chemistry.
Electrical engineering.
Material science.
Civil engineering with the emphasis in environmental engineering.
To be able to solve really hard, challenging problems with a team of people that are extremely professional, extremely talented, and very bright is just a lot of fun.
So my team is working on HAMR, that's heat-assisted magnetic recording. Hard drives have been working for the last several decades to get smaller and smaller data bits to get more and more information into the drive to do all the videos and other demands that need a lot of storage. The problem is the physics are getting harder and harder and harder. So we take a laser diode and try to figure out how to make a small, reliable laser that can be integrated into the read-write head, perform reliably, be at a low cost. HAMR is really what we see as a future in hard drives to be able to continue to grow and fill up the data servers in the high capacity.
I think Seagate, in terms of dynamic testing, we probably are the best in the world. We have developed many tests over the years trying to peel the onion, get the physics, so that we can provide the feedback to the design and the wafer process team so that they can make the wafer better, the design better.
By comparing what we done to the most of the industrial and the academia, the university has been doing, we are definitely more advanced than what they are doing.
A device that is as high performing as it is with some of the tolerances and sizes and metrologies and tribology and electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, of all of that put together into a compact package, mass produced and sold for a very cheap price is really incredible.
There are so many different technologies and subsystems that go into this tiny little box. I mean, they're like this now, right? They're tiny little boxes, and you have every scientific field that you could possibly imagine.
We're pushing the limits of technology and chemistry and physics and aerodynamics and materials. It's just insane.
Seagate is superior because we provide product to affect everybody's life in the world. We make almost 1 billion heads a year and many millions of drives a year. Everybody in the world uses.
To work with the people that make the technology, it is a huge cooperative enterprise. We work together very effectively, and we come together to make this amazing technology.
The people here are incredibly intelligent. We work really well together. We get to work globally with people from around the world to solve very complex problems that interact with multiple areas within the company, and that's a really fun and exciting thing to do.
I'm amazed by the diversity of employees at Seagate. It's like a little model UN. There's people from every country.
This complex has over 56 different countries represented on this site alone. So not only do you get cultural diversity here, you get intellectual diversity as well. We're very passionate about The different types of diversity here. And, you know, we've done different events over the years, whether it's through our Festival of Cultures, our Festival of Nations.
I don't think there's any words actually explains how we feel as a team. First of all, we work together on one goal, and it's wonderful.
In the military, they say band of brothers. Here, it's not a band of brothers, it's a whole family working together to make the world a better place.
Seagate encourages us to be involved in our community. I have the opportunity and the time and the expertise to give back to the community. And that's one of the valuable things as an individual. It gives me personal satisfaction. It actually go in there and it's reading the ID on the back of the wafer to make sure it picked up the right wafer.
Me and my team, we do once a month. We go make sandwiches and we deliver them to the Simpson house.
My personal passion is STEM, and particularly STEM education at the K through 12 level. Seagate also promotes STEM education, and as such we provide support to things like the science fairs, the robotics competitions, as well as Starbase Minnesota. We also work with things like the Bakken Museum, the Works Museum, and STEM Day at the State Fair. And this provides both myself as well as other employees the chance to work in the community and foster science, technology, engineering, and math for the next generation.
I've been at Seagate for 5 years.
In July, it'll be 12.
Been here for over 19 years.
I've been at Seagate for almost 20 years now.
31 years. I believe Seagate have a genuine care about employee. That Seagate has such a diverse group of employees, and all of them work together so well.
I work with laser slider assembly, so we work with robots that can move nanometers.
Worked now in RD logistics. We're aligning LDUs to sliders.
I manage all the research and development labs within the mechanical MR&D department.
I am the director of the Normandale pilot line.
I'm Senior Director of Process Development Engineering for Mechanical R&D.
I am the Senior Director of Head Performance for Release Products.
People always ask, why did you leave NASA? It seems so great and cutting edge. And the answer is it's actually not that cutting edge. And Seagate is the exact opposite of that. It's absolutely cutting edge. It blew my mind when I found out what they were doing here. And so I started here in 2007, about 10 years ago.
Where else do you get flavored lasers, magnets, and robots on a daily basis? It's, how do you say, a kid's dream? And well, not only a kid's dream, it's any boy's dream, I guess.
I'm fascinated by the process of ramping, developing, and planning for all the new technologies that border sometimes on magic.
I love working at Seagate because of the challenging work I get to do, the state-of-the-art facility we have here, the people I work with.
I think one of the key differentiators for Seagate, there is quite a bit of freedom, so to speak, working here. And when I say freedom, that is that if you have an idea that can provide value to the business, there's very few restrictions that are put on you to go deliver that idea to bring value to the company.
I was involved in bringing in a state-of-the-art high-resolution inspection tool, which is well beyond any technology that we've used in this building before. Having our team bring that in was a very big success, and it's been a very interesting project that I am kind of attached to forever now.
If you are considering Seagate for your career path, I would highly suggest it. It is a place that will challenge you mentally, it will challenge you physically, it will challenge you spiritually. It has all of the things that you would want in a job.
And really it's taking information at the pace that it happens, translating that into a decision or an action, and just making it happen. And it happens so fast and it's so intelligent, it's a lot of fun to deal with that kind of stuff.
We have the technology that is really compelling and provides a lot of challenge. We have an environment that is characterized by strong technical leadership, very high level of competence in the technical organizations, a lot of manufacturing horsepower and expertise. There is extreme challenge from technical projects, interactions with others, and how we get along and how we take our best ideas and put them together in a holistic solution. That's the kind of environment where I think you're going to be able to thrive. This is an organization that really supports that kind of challenge and that kind of growth.
At Seagate, technicians are a viable part of this company because we're able to keep the tools running for production, and it helps everything flow. Whenever there's a problem, it's good to have great troubleshooting skills in order to fix a problem, come up with different solutions.
My best part of my job is troubleshooting equipment, finding solutions for chronic problems, also writing procedures and updating documents to make them as accurate as possible.
Being a technician, you're not limited to just being a technician. Seagate encourages you to further your education to move on into engineering or management.
For a technician, we're looking for more of a definite team player type of guy. It's a large group. There's 89 technicians that work at Seagate, 23, 24 per shift. So we need a good team player. We need a guy that's been through training for robotics, for electronics, someone that's strong in schematics, and someone that can troubleshoot the more difficult issues.
I highly recommend working for Seagate because everybody that I work with is very open-minded and helpful and considerate. Just a fantastic place to work.
Seagate is a great place to work if you want to work on high-tech equipment, state-of-the-art equipment. This is the place for you.
The fitness center is really great. I think that's an incredible resource. So they have some dedicated staff there who will work with you in groups or even one-on-one.
But I've noticed that I've gotten healthier as the fitness center has made more things available. The cafeteria has gotten healthier in terms of its food. It's been a great thing.
Probably the most fun thing I do. At lunch, we sometimes go out and play ultimate frisbee with a group of people. It's a good excuse to get outside and stretch your legs.
There's also a hockey league that Seagate has, and you could play hockey 5 days a week.
I'm a member of the Seagate band. I'm one of the founding members actually of the Seagate band, and we've been together for 8 years. And we've expanded now to over 24 members across different disciplines from the site.
And so that's grown from a Seagate specific thing once a year to a lot of different groups with a lot of different Seagate musicians playing together, playing not just for Seagate events, but also playing out and gigging outside in the community.
Minnesota is kind of like the best kept secret, so to speak, from a national perspective because it is such a great place to live.
We've got such great communities, we've got a lot of diversities, you've got lots of great companies. We always have had that, but it's a very cultured state. It's wonderful to grow here.
I like Minnesota because the quality of life is so good. We have good schools.
Got a nice change of seasons, right? So you can get out in the winter and do some things I like to do are like ice fishing or getting out in the snow. That's pretty fun. And then in the summertime, you've got a lot of water in the area.
Kind of getting out, and there's so much to do around here because we're a good-sized city. We draw in a lot of the concerts and shows and plays and things. So there's always something going on here.
There's a lot of biking, there's a lot of running, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful state.
Minnesota has a lot of large companies, including Seagate, that are really pushing industries forward in a lot of areas, and that drives the whole culture where people are just striving for excellence.
I absolutely love working at Seagate because of the people here.
I love my job.
It fuels my passions and my dreams.
I really love working at Seagate
because every day is interesting and exciting.
You are involved in what feels like a community effort.
And it's very rewarding.
I love working at Seagate because
the people are great.
It is a culture that accepts all kinds of personalities.
You can smile at anyone and people are so friendly.
I love working at Seagate because
the unique opportunities that I don't think you could get in any other workplace.
It is an endless opportunity.
We really are at the cutting edge technology. We are one of the last remaining companies that work at this level of expertise, this level of small scale industrial nanotechnology.
We're doing world-class things that other people in the world cannot do.
And we have delivered a lot of technology to the world.